Hi, nice to meet you, PJ.
I'm Crystal.
Nice to meet you, Crystal. So, are you the manager of this cafe?
Yes.
Perfect. So you're the one I've been talking to over the phone, right?
Uh-huh.
That's awesome. So we talked over the phone about having some about wanting to upgrade your consoles and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Also, thank you for meeting with me.
no problem. Thank you for coming.
So, what was the problems you had with the consoles, or why do you want to upgrade it?
So, I've been receiving a lot of negative feedback from my customers. So, they've been complaining about the video quality of the consoles and the speed of it. And my personal complaint would be the size of the actual console. Also, the wiring on the back of it gets jumbled up a lot of times. If something gets unplugged, we don't know what's the issue, if we need to replace the cord or the entire console. But those are the general complaints about the consoles that we have right now.
Okay, do you care if I grab a notebook and write all that down? What you just said?
No, go ahead.
Okay. So just to clarify, let's go over it again. So you had problem with the quality. So what with the quality? The quality of video
Yeah,
or
like the video quality, customers were complaining on it being kind of blurry, and we
right.
actually just recently upgraded our TVs to 4K TVs, so we thought that that would fix the issue, but it's still an issue that's going on.
Okay. And then is there any problems with like the speed of the Xbox, like say the processing speed?
Yeah, it is. There are issues with the speed. For a second, I might have thought that it was the memory, but I don't know if that was something that was a correlation between the two. So yeah.
Okay. Well, that's fine. And also, so you said you had 4K TVs,
Yes.
right?
Hmm.
And so you do know the Xbox you do have now does not have 4K capabilities.
Okay.
So, but that's besides the note. What about the size? You said there's something wrong with the size. Is it taking up too much room, or
Yeah, and like I said, with the wiring, I think the room and the wiring put together is kind of a barrier to the size of the cafe. The cafe isn't too big, so I think we could use just the tiny extra spaces for something else.
okay? That's awesome. So I actually brought one of the new consoles with
Okay.
me.
Okay.
Would you like to see it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let me grab it real quick. So this is the new console.
Oh, okay.
This is the Xbox One X.
Okay.
So mainly with this console, it's as you can tell just from the start, it's sleek. It is thinner. It has way. It takes up less room. And that is in itself a great thing. And on the back, you said something about the wiring. I know I'm jumping out of, not going in order, but the wiring, it's all one, bro. You don't have to worry about like wires being tethered up or anything like that.
Okay.
If you can see back here, it is 4K. It has 4K capabilities, unlike the Xbox you have now.
Okay.
So this means that you don't have to worry about the quality of the video is going to be 10 times better than the picture
Okay.
you're getting with the old console. And then the speed. The speed of this Xbox is incredible. This is actually, right now, as we speak, one of the fastest consoles on the market.
Okay.
So it is a dream. It runs smooth, it's sleek, the wiring doesn't get bunched up, and also it's able to run 4K.
Okay.
And so do you have any problems or anything like that besides what we went over, what I asked you? Any other problems with the Xbox?
I would probably say the controllers as well. The battery life on the controllers
Hmm.
is very low. I have to change the batteries constantly.
Hmm.
My other concern would probably be the safety of the console. So people stealing or the controls if they accidentally take them with them or something like that. That would probably be a concern for me as well. So,
Okay. Yeah, no, I actually brought the controller with me
oh,
as
okay.
well. So the controller itself is just like here. I'll take that out of your hands for you. The
Okay.
controller itself is just like the original one. Nothing, you can still use your old controllers, but this one's a little bit slimmer. You don't have the battery life is it lasts about 5 days, but what you can do is actually purchase chargeable batteries, and what you can they can stay in the controller itself. And all you have to do is take a micro USB cord, plug it in there, and plug it into the slot up front of
Oh,
the Xbox, and it'll charge it.
oh,
So
okay.
you can leave it in overnight, or you can get a charge port, purchase a charge port as well. But let's stick on the Xbox itself. So the Xbox itself is, like I said, it's a dreamboat. It sounds like it'd be the perfect fit for you. Um, so I got two options for you. So since I have this here with a controller, we can we can either set it up now,
Okay.
if you'd like, try it out, play, and I can go over all the information with you step by step and just go into detail with you. Or if you'd like, we can come back
Okay.
and we can set it up for when you're actually open. So when the patrons can try it, you can get feedback, and then we can discuss that then. What would you like to do?
Um, Maybe we can try it out now since I have time today.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect. We can try that out now. Before we go in, I did have a question. Do you know if anybody else are looking for an upgraded console or anything like that?
Actually, a um, business friend who lives about 50 miles away.
Mm-hmm.
Her family has a entertainment um, cafe as well.
Yeah.
They're more technology based. They have a lot more stuff than we do. We just more calming
Yeah.
environment. So maybe her, but I can probably give you her card or something like that if I can give it.
That's perfect. We can do that.
Okay.
All right. So let's go ahead and get this set up for you.
Okay.
All right. So how was it?
I think it was great. I can see how the consoles and the TV complement each other now. With the old console, it was blurry, and I can see what the um, customers were talking about. But the quality is great, and also the speed of YouTube videos and just games itself. I can see the difference now.
That's great. Really, you can. It's amazing how much that console can do.
Yes.
So before I had a couple questions. Is there anything stopping you, or is there any problems?
Um, my main concern right now would probably still be the safety of the consoles
Hmm.
and just the remotes itself in case something gets spilled on them or they get damaged on accident.
I can see that. And a lot of people nowadays, I can see somebody just knocking a cup over or something.
Yeah.
So what we do offer is insurance for the consoles and the controllers. So what that means, if they get stolen, damaged, dropped, anybody plays too rough with them, or just flat out just doesn't work with the console,
Okay.
we can come in and get you trade it out with a new one. And then with the controllers, if the buttons get sticky or somebody breaks it because they're mad or anything like that, just anything random, you are covered.
Okay, great.
And do you have
Um,
any other problems or questions?
every month we actually do have monthly tournaments.
Hmm.
So, customers come in and they play each other on the video game. So we set up different TVs and stuff, and they just play each other. So how would this console affect the players, and how would the players also affect the console?
So actually, since this is the best console on the market, what it does is that it runs so smooth and has no stops in it. But playing say local in your cafe, um, having everything set up and just not being close together probably makes it hard to connect each other. So instead, this console actually does is it connects to the Wi-Fi. So all the ones that are connected to the Wi-Fi are actually going to be able to play together because it has a local mode. The local mode is actually it goes into it digitally. It finds the other Xboxes that are in this cafe itself,
Oh, okay.
and then it connects, and so that way you don't have to deal with wires stringing across the whole cafe. And I can see it probably is difficult for your servers as well.
Yeah.
So, but and then as far as the console itself, it is, like I said, one of the leading consoles. It actually has a strong hard drive on it. The hard drive actually helps it run better, and it can hold its memory is 1 or 2 terabyte, depending on which model you get.
Oh, okay.
So we can talk about that too. But like I said, this terabyte and the hard drive is leading in consoles around the world. Is there any other questions you have for me?
Not at the moment.
Okay. So overall, what do you think?
I think it's great. We can, if you have an invoice or anything else, any other offers.
Sure. Yeah, we can write up an invoice too. I just want to mention real quick that we are offering a membership.
Okay.
So it's a yearly membership. What that does is that you pay into it yearly, and what we do is there's new consoles coming out every 5 years or so. With these new consoles, well, since you'd be a member with us, we can come in and take those consoles, the old ones out, and replace them with the new ones. That means controllers and everything. This also does cover your insurance as well once you become a member.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about, the spills or anything breaking or anything like that. You're all covered. And like I said, if there's a new system out there, you'll be the first one to have it.
So the insurance will roll over to the new consoles then?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, I think that's it, but we can set up a time so that you can bring me an invoice next week.
Absolutely. We can get together. We can I can actually set up a kind of a quote for you right now, and then if you'd like to, we can meet up and do all the invoice stuff. What would work? What day would work for you?
We can do Thursday at 3:00 next week.
Thursday at 3 o'clock?
Yeah.
That'd be great. Thank you for meeting with me today.
No problem. Thank you for coming.
Great. And it's Thursday at 3 o'clock, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you again.
Yeah.